Okay, that's one, analog and digital signals. Okay, you need to be able to describe the difference between an analog and a digital signal. It's really, really easy. Analog signals are continuously varying in either pitch, or either in frequency or in amplitude, and digital signals are either on or off. Okay, so digital, you have a choice between being on or off, being high or low, and analog signals are continuously varying. They could be any value. Okay, so if I was going to do it in sound, then an analog signal would have its pitch changing all the time, or its volume. So it could be like quite loud, high frequency, low frequency, high frequency, low frequency. My voice is an analog signal. A digital signal could be like Morse code. If you think the Morse code, it's either dots or dashes or nothing. Okay, so it's either high, the beep, or nothing, low. High, beep, or nothing, low. So I could send the message beep, 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 beep. That's SOS in Morse code. The beeps, me going beep, that is a high, and the silence in between is a low. So that's digital information. Okay, and you should know about digital clocks and your analog clock. A digital clock, you know that it's either digits, it's numbers. Okay, and analog is like you can have any time in the middle. Okay, so it's like the difference between analog and digital. This is the advantages that digital signal transmission code has over analog. Digital signals are less prone to interference because when you send it down a cable and you have noise and it affects the signal, when you get to the other end you have something called a regenerator. And a regenerator just looks at the signal and it can tell whether the signal is either a high or low, regardless of the fact that it's got some noise there. Okay, so it's easy to clear up the signal. Whereas analog is no way of telling the difference between the noise and the actual signal that you started with. Okay, digital, you have a choice. You can look at a noisy signal and you can say, well, it's either high or it's low. You can tell. Whereas analog signal, when it gets noise, there's no way of knowing what the original signal was. I can draw you a quick diagram just to explain that. So this is a digital signal. Okay, so it's either high or low. Okay, so it's either on or off. We'll get rid of them actually. Okay, so this is like silence, beep, silence, beep, silence, beep, silence, beep, silence, beep, like that. Okay, so it's either on or off. Okay, analog signal, high frequency, low frequency, high frequency, loud, quiet, loud. Okay, look, analog, digital. Okay, when a digital signal gets noisy. Okay, so you send it down a cable and it gets noisy, and it will look like this. Okay, so the noise is this, the squiggly bits that go like this. Okay, but a regenerator just needs to look at that and says, well, this bit here is obviously a high, and this bit here is obviously a low, despite the fact that it's going up and down a little bit, and the signal is a bit noisy. You can still tell which is which. Whereas an analog signal, once that gets noise on it, there's no way of knowing, there's no way of like picking what the original signal was. Okay, so it's a little bit of a tricky concept to get your head around, but have a think about it. You should be able to do that. 3. Describe how analog signal can be converted to a digital one. Have a read.